like. Really cool monastery. We've sort of been driving for sorry about my hair, need a cut. We've been driving for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 in total today. We're a lot further south in Armenia than we were even just a couple of days ago. We've got a really cool monastery that's situated in this valley, waiting for the sun to appear and some of the people to clear off down below. I've got a composition that I've lined up, and so this is Noravank Monastery. I think it's rated as one of the best ones here in Armenia. It's quite a drive, beautiful drive, and it feels like we're in a completely different area of the world to what we were in only a few days ago. The atmosphere is beautiful. The colours, the green, the orange, the sky, the blue. It's really, really nice actually. I'll keep shooting a couple of shots in the moment just so I can get the monastery itself clear of people, so just shooting every now and again. I've picked out a composition I really like, where I've got the mountain kind of coming across and up my frame, kind of in, you know, the bottom right to top left hand corner. I've got a little bit of foreground with the tree sort of down there, and I love the fact that the monastery is in this just off the centre of my frame, but I've got this beautiful orange mountain in the background that you've just seen. I'll get the drone up in a minute and get better aerial for you so you can get some bit of B-roll, but I'm really liking what I've got. Composition, it's just a case now of snapping some shots to get some clean foreground, which I've managed to do almost, you know, so we can Photoshop in sort of a clean monastery with no people walking all over the stuff. So that's one thing. The other thing as well, let me just change that composition and go. The other thing as well is the sun at the moment, I don't know if you can see it there, it's just behind this grey cloud, but I think it's going to break out kind of any moment, so we're just waiting for that to come through, and when it does I think it's going to be spectacular. So really just about picking a shot, getting a composition and nailing it, you know, nailing a composition. And there's plenty to be had here, to be fair. I found 2 or 3 up that way that I thought looked quite nice, but wanted a little bit more foreground, just a little bit, nothing too heavy, and that's kind of what I've got here on the left hand side, so that looks really smart. Flying the drone from here will be more of a challenge. We'll have to take it off from this rock or something. It's certainly going to be cool, this photo, when I'm done. So I'm shooting just a standard f8 ISO 100, and then shooting 3 brackets, bright, you know, 2 over in the middle and then 2 under. Just trying to get so I've got enough to play with in post, really. Just hoping for a little bit of light. It'd be so nice if it comes. Sitting here, look, there's the monastery just down there. You kind of see it in the frame, there it be. So it's just a case of waiting it out, really. Shooting a few frames, waiting. Really a big fan of the colours. The palette is beautiful. Oranges and yellows. I know I keep saying it, but even quite nice with a little bit of cloud detail above as well. It really adds. And if the one breaks behind and it's light in the valley, it's going to be spectacular. It's just whether or not it actually happens. I think everybody else is set up with compositions either over my shoulder or off to the side. I think Jeremy's walking around now, but looks really smart. Definitely time. Should we get the drone in here? I think we should. Let's do the drone. It's kind of like a sketchy land for the drone. It's kind of right here. Pop the drone down. It's right on this ledge here. It's probably one of the worst landings I've done for a long time. Probably ever, maybe. The sun has kind of done exactly what it promised to do. There's one last little bit to come, I think. Problem we've got now is there's a lot more people than there was, but I set up a time lapse, that looks cool. And had the drone in the air, and I keep firing off shots. The only thing is, I think I prefer it when it's a flat light now, because I've realised that my composition then is got shadow in it, which is a real shame, because obviously earlier I thought it was going to be better than that. So when it's flat, obviously my composition looks smart, really smart actually. The problem you've got is when the sun comes, I've then done the rock that I'm sitting on, the mountain that I'm sitting on, actually casts a shadow into the foreground of my image. I did a couple of versions. I actually moved from 24 to 35 to 50 mil to try and eliminate it, but it actually makes the composition worse and worse. So it's one of those live and learn situations. I suppose I wanted to try and get it lit up. I didn't think it would cast that kind of shadow. The sun's actually a lot lower than I realised when it reappeared from behind the cloud. I still think we've got a little bit more of a shot that we can get. I think Jeremy's had enough, quit, gone downstairs. Don't know why, it's a beautiful location. I could sit here all night, to be honest. So the latest development is that the light is starting to appear on the mountain behind. I'm basically still taking my shots, bracketing them. Obviously my light's changed in the meter on my camera. Even on manual it's just adjusted up, but it's not a problem. It keeps coming and going. There's a few clouds just over there, but there is a huge gap coming in the clouds. And it looks like on the apps that, it's looking like on the app that basically the cloud shifts and that we get perfect light falling here before it drops behind the mountain within the next 30 minutes only. So I think we timed it quite well. Really hoping that the light kind of breaks through there and it's actually high enough to come actually onto the monastery, because that's what you really want. I'm going to keep shooting frames anyway, because I still think the light even at the back there draws your eye through the frame, so that's quite cool. Yeah, so that's the latest development. We're just waiting for it now, just see what happens. Beautiful spot. Reminds me of it's like another world. You know, we're getting really close to the Iran border, and you can kind of tell really, like, the landscape is incredible. Didn't know it was like this in Armenia in terms of like picturesque spot. It's beautiful, really. Real change from the architecture as well this last few days. So fingers crossed the light comes. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's kind of, like I say, I've been struggling a little bit with kind of what to shoot, where to shoot. Capturing the journey has been quite tough. I mean, the whole point of being on the road full time really was to kind of, not just to slow down, but like it then allows you time to do video when you're trying to concentrate on your photography. And of course, when you join up with other people, you always go, and capturing the journey can be quite tough. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. But it's almost, I love going the places we go to. I love it, and I want to show something. So I might just do more of these short little quick videos that are kind of off the cuff. It's very busy with the people now, so I think this shot's over. It would be absolutely fabulous this in the winter. So yeah, that's it. That's it from Armenia. That's it for tonight. We're going to go and check into our guest house, get some food, and call it quits for the remainder of the evening. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Join us next time. See you soon. Bye bye for now.